Watching Strictly Come Dancing is always emotional for Maureen Blaze. Her son Tommy has been a singer in the show since the hit BBC series began, and as his pitch-perfect voice belts out anything from ballads to rock, Maureen's pride spills over to tears. After each episode she has asked herself the same question: where does his musical talent come from? Maureen has been unable to trace her family's talents and traits because, at the age of 19, she discovered the man she believed was her father was not her biological dad. Incredibly, Tommy's friendship with Strictly champion Stacey Dooley unraveled the mystery of her blood father's identity. Maureen, 79, from Toxteth in Liverpool, says, "To get to this age and find out who my father was is mind-blowing. I'm still pinching myself. I used to lie in bed at night thinking, who am I? Where have I come from? Now I start every day kissing my dad's photograph. I will never stop thanking Tommy and Stacey for all their help in finding the missing piece of me." Maureen grew up with a sense of being somehow different in her family with two elder siblings. But cultural norms of the 1950s and 60s, and her mother's quiet and private personality, meant she was never told the full truth. She says, "I always had a strong feeling I didn't belong. I just didn't gel with my elder siblings. My mom was white and my father, as I knew him, was black and from West Africa. When I was 19 and needed both parents to sign a form, that's when the bombshell dropped. My mother broke down and said, 'He's not a real father.' That was all she told me. It hit me like a brick. My mother shut herself down then, she didn't want to talk about it. In those days having a baby out of wedlock was one of the biggest shames ever. She didn't tell anybody except her best friend." Maureen questioned her mum's friend but gleaned little extra information. "She told me she knew Mum was seeing an American serviceman who was over here during the war. That's all she gave away, nothing else. By the time my mother was pregnant he'd already gone back to America." Maureen's sons Tommy, 59, Tony, 58 and Darren, 56, had tried to research family trees for any clues to their grandfather's identity. But during the Second World War, black U.S. soldiers fathered more than 2,000 babies while stationed in Britain. Pinpointing Maureen's father without a name seemed impossible. Tommy says, "I always had a nagging feeling of guilt that I needed to help Mum with the search for her dad, because she had always done everything for me and my two brothers. Becoming a dad myself made me realize what Mum missed out on. Mum always loved dancing and music, and me and my brothers formed a little band when we were younger. We felt the music didn't come from my dad's side, whereas my mum was always singing or practicing harmonies with us. Me and Stacey became friends on Strictly, and when we toured together we became even closer. When I saw her present the first Family DNA Secrets series, I dropped her a line to tell her about Mum, and the producers quickly got in touch." Maureen, who lost her husband Tommy 4 years ago, gave a sample of DNA to the country's top geneticists. With no name or other information, relatives could only be traced if her genes matched any family members on her father's side who had previously taken a DNA test on worldwide databases of 30 million people. But while waiting for the results, Maureen's health took a turn for the worse. "I had 2 strokes then open heart surgery," she says. I didn't have time to be scared because I was taken straight into surgery. But I did say to doctors, I haven't finished what I was doing, I need to come back. That's why I'm here and getting stronger every day. Maureen was understandably anxious about hearing the results of her DNA test. But when Stacey returned to her home, she helped her feel at ease. Stacey's a lovely, down-to-earth friendly girl who came in, kicked off her shoes and made me a cup of tea, says Maureen. Hearing her news felt surreal. It was the best day of my life, apart from the days my sons were born. Stacey explained that Maureen's DNA had matched first cousins on her paternal side and had pinpointed her dad as Augusta Walls, an African-American born in Tennessee 1914. Augusta was a farmer before the war and did not have any other children. He died in 1978, Maureen says. Hearing my dad's name, and seeing his picture, was a moment I will never forget. It's hard to describe the feeling of such happiness. I found a frame for the picture that day. And that's the picture I kiss every morning as soon as I wake. Stacey had more information for Maureen and Tommy. Not only did relatives still live less than a mile from where Augusta had grown up, they were desperate to meet the new member of the family. And they were able to shed light on the lifelong question Maureen had over her family's immense musical talent. Tommy says, Stacey discovered that Mum's cousin Joe Nathan Walls was a brilliant musician who played the saxophone with Howlin' Wolf, a legendary blues singer. Now we know where our family's music came from. She showed us a film of him and it blew me away. I've been playing Howlin' Wolf music ever since and telling everyone we're related. Although sad her father died without knowing he had created her, Maureen is proud his family's musical legacy lives on. Now she enjoys Zoom catch-ups with her first cousins and is getting to know more about her father. Finding I had new family was wonderful. Being accepted by them with open arms was something I never dared dream. One cousin had been to Liverpool 3 or 4 times without realizing she had family here. Stacey and Tommy helping to find my dad has changed me forever. I feel complete. It's been a long journey but finally I'm at peace. DNA Family Secrets is on Wednesday 18 May at 9 p.m. on BBC Two and iPlayer.